Alright, what is up YouTube? Today I'm showing my 2020 Dodge Charger Scat Pack that I just picked up. So I just bought this car. I actually traded the truck in, so my 2021 Ram 2500. Now we have a Scat Pack. I've had it for about 2 weeks now. It's been a ton of fun already. So let's talk about it really quick here. So it has the 392 6.4 liter Hemi engine. So same engine as my truck I just traded in, but way more power, tuned differently. I chose this car specifically because I like the green. I like the green paint. This is kind of my favorite color on a car. It looks really good in the sun. This car does come with 4-piston Brembo brakes. It looks pretty good on this car with this color combination. The previous owner added this extra fin onto the existing spoiler. Doesn't look too bad. I think it looks okay. And the splitter down here is carbon technically, but it's actually peeling and sun damaged. So I'll probably have to replace that at some point. This car does have a muffler delete. I'm not sure if we'll be able to see here, but there are no mufflers. There are resonators still on the back here, but yeah, no mufflers. So it has a muffler delete, very loud, but it sounds amazing. So hopping into the Charger here, it's not a super low car, honestly. We still have quite a bit of ground clearance, which is really nice. I haven't scraped it once since I've had it so far. As you can see, got pretty good clearance for a sports car, a muscle car. Some nice stitching on the doors here. It's a lot of hard plastic still with some soft spots. Now these seats are just the standard cloth seats. They do have really good bolstering though, so they hold you in place, and the little Scat Pack logo's pretty funny there. All right, so hopping in the Scat Pack here, we have some paddle extensions here. So I believe the previous owner put these on. I haven't really used the paddles a ton so far, but I guess it is nice because these are pretty small paddle shifters. So I kind of complained about that on my Charger RT that I used to have. Pretty basic steering wheel, cruise control, phone, that's it. Down here, trunk release. And yeah, there's nothing too special about the interior. It's a standard Dodge Charger interior. And then down here, you'll notice a few different buttons from the RT. So drive modes, launch control, and then just the general AC controls. Here's the shifter, looks pretty standard, nothing really different from the other Chargers. But when you start this up, you get a nice little Scat Pack 392 logo there. So there's a few different screens you can go through here. Vehicle info. So a lot of the Dodges and Rams have things like this, but this one will show you the engine torque that it's producing at the moment and horsepower. That's pretty cool. Other than that, everything's pretty standard. The performance pages are pretty cool, so they have reaction timers you can have fun with, braking distance, G-forces. Alright, so I really like this 8.4-inch screen here. It's very responsive, quick, easy to use. I like the drive modes function, so you can select which drive mode you want. Auto is very relaxed and easy to drive. It actually starts in second gear in auto mode, so that's pretty cool. Change it to sport, everything is more responsive and quick to shift or give you gas. Then track mode is even more responsive than sport mode, and then you can set custom mode here. You can change it to valet mode, which will limit the engine horsepower and all that, so people can't joyride your car. The only option that this car has is navigation, although the in-car navigation is usually not as good as the mobile phones. So I don't typically use this here, I just use Waze. CarPlay is awesome as well. So this does have CarPlay. You do have to plug in your phone with a cable to use CarPlay. It's a typical Dodge Charger interior. So nothing really special past the center console here and the console here. Now going to the back seats. Back seats do have a good amount of room. There's not a ton of leg room here, by the way I like to drive. There is some good leg room over there. I can fit a car seat up here if I move my seat up though. These seats are bolstered in the back too, so they provide some good side bolstering there, because this thing does like to get rowdy. Coming back to the trunk here, press this button, it'll open the trunk. Quite a big trunk. So this is a big car, and as you can see here, there's no spare tire or anything, and there's a battery back here. There is also a battery up front in the engine bay, so I'm not sure why they have two batteries, but as you can see, good looking car. I'm really excited about it. Here's a little teaser of the exhaust. The exhaust is very loud. The cold starts are insane. So I'll be making a dedicated exhaust video. This car does only have 23,000 miles and it's a 2020, so fairly low mileage. All right, so I'm just gonna talk about how this car drives really quick. This is kind of my initial review here. So I'm in eco mode. As you can see, we're going into second gear here and we're just in drive. So in eco mode, it'll start in second gear to give you a very little throttle response. So you do have to give it a little bit more gas in eco mode. If you've never driven a Dodge Charger before, they drive really nicely. They drive like they're on rails. It's hard to explain, but they're very planted, especially the higher trims like these ones here. Just a lot of car for your money, especially with this engine here. So let's go to sport mode. I'm barely touching the throttle there. This car is very fast. If you're coming from a slower car or a truck, I think you'll be surprised at how fast this car actually is. And it's heavy. It doesn't feel that fast, but you look at the speedometer and you're going quite fast, and that can be a problem sometimes. Now, a few things. There are some rattles in here, so plastic panels are rattling. And I think that's probably a typical thing of the Dodge Chargers. It's not the best interior quality here. And so yeah, I'm not really pushing it through the paces here. I'm giving it about half throttle and it pulls pretty good. But like I was saying, the car feels like it handles really well. There's not a ton of body roll. So it is a bigger car, very long car. It is pretty wide as well, but it feels like it's on rails. When it's going down the street, it just drives straight, and you have a great connection with the road. You can feel the road through the tires here. Just an awesome car to drive around here. Problem is, these tires do not hold. They do not grip well on the street. 485 horsepower and torque is quite a bit for these 245 wide tires. So it's very easy to spin the tires. They don't grip very well at all. I think that's probably my main complaint. That can be fixed. We'll see in the future here if we need to. But yeah, it just sounds so great with that muffler delete. I'll be making a dedicated exhaust video for this car, so watch out for that. You'll see how the exhaust actually sounds. All right, two other quick notes here. I'm getting about 17.5 to 18 miles per gallon. So that's kind of city and freeway driving here. So pretty good mileage for such a high horsepower car. Compared to my truck, this is really good, so I like it. And the other thing is that you need to run 91 premium gas in here, so just keep that in mind. if you're looking for a Scat Pack. This car does also have cylinder deactivation, so when you're just chilling in auto mode, it'll switch down to 4 cylinders and it'll use less gas. So it does help with the mileage. It goes into the cylinder deactivation mode pretty frequently on the freeway. Even at 80 miles an hour, it could still do it. So yeah, this is my new Scat Pack. I'm really excited about it. Thanks for watching. You'll probably see a few more videos of this car on the channel.